using dispersonality profiling, which is what underlies my book, Discover the Power of You. And dispersonality profiling is a form of psychometric assessments coming out of the work of Dr. William Marston way back in 1928. And William Marston wrote a book back then called The Emotions of Normal People. And we'll come back to that because that's actually really important. But I think one of the key things about William Marston's and the whole work that was being done round about that time, it was about identifying the different types of people and therefore the different types of behaviours that we may do, that we may enact, come out of the work of, or led into the work of, behaviouralism and behavioural management and all of that kind of stuff, which of course is a big thing now, as we know, in organisational management and organisational development. But for William Marston's way ahead of his time and developed the DISC profiling, but it wasn't anything actually new. It came out of the work that was done way before Marston's, way back in the Greek times. If you think about back in the Greek, we had the rule of four, there was the air, water, earth and fire. And then after that, we had the four humours you used to talk about, and then we had the four bodily kind of functions, didn't we? And we had things like, they used to talk about yellow bile. Yellow bile was, people who had yellow bile were people who were active. And then they talked about people who were too full of blood were people who were actually kind of like really full of energy, didn't they? And then they talked about people who were phlegm types. The phlegm types were slower types, people who took the pace at doing things. And then we talked about black bile, and black bile were people who tended to be broody, didn't they? People who tended to be a bit darker in their thinking. And that was really the basis of personality profiling, and that was really the basis of personality profiling, and all William Marston did, along with other psychologists at the time, because it was a real kind of thing at the time. And you think about people like, it was the same time as Freud and Jung and all of these kind of people, and they were all looking at personalities and personality profiling. The big difference though with William Marston's was that William Marston's decided that he actually didn't want to look at sick people. Remember, Jung and Freud and all that were dealing with people who were ill, or at that time, remember, were called deviants. And we know that language, we understand that language. But William Marston's thought, well actually, I don't want to be looking at deviants, I want to be looking at normal people. He had a great belief that everybody was normal at a starting point, and we only became abnormal or deviant through our history, through the society that we engaged in, and that